Hello and welcome to another episode of Hooks and Dice. I'm Leila Croca. The birds are back! It's spring when you get a serenade. Soon I'll be able to sit outside and crochet again. But this episode is all about gaming, just as I promised. I admit it's a lot easier to put together an episode about yarn and crocheting than a full episode about gaming because I don't game as much as I crochet. But my fiance graciously agreed to help me put this episode together, so we'll see what we can come up with. We didn't get much done in Nordath last week because we had a rest in the flower room followed by a studying in the library. We're going to stretch that out over 3 endgame days. So I've got, and I completely forgot to do it. I've got to pick pick 4 first level spells and RP the bonded mind training my character is trying to learn from an NPC. I actually forgot I was training in that because we've been focusing on survival and finding the next tower. And I know a lot of what I talk about for Nordath doesn't make sense to the average person because it's not a published campaign. But if you ever have any questions about what I'm discussing, please feel free to ask the questions in the comment section below. The Wednesday campaign was really fun last week. We are trying to take out some magic towers and accidentally allowed a critter into our plane from another. It took a ton of effort to take him out. And I always enjoy being reminded that although we're badasses, there's always someone bigger who can knock us down. It's all the more satisfying when we can knock them down instead. He didn't have any loot, but we got his cool falchion that we can totally sell for lots of gold. I was on a freaking roll that game too, getting in hit after hit on critters and doing max damage more than once. I even remembered that I have a Rubloon's Rose, though it wasn't optimal to use it when I wanted to. I have a tendency to forget some of the goodies I have because I have so much stuff. And so it's always nice when I remember that I have them at what might be a key time. It was good that I remembered to ask for Stone Skin, for instance, to be cast on me before we started fighting, or I would have been in big trouble. So on Friday of last week, week before last. Oh, now I don't know when it was. I think it was 2 weeks ago. My players encountered a young dragon. Apparently, it was seriously overpowered for them. But they managed to kill it and its ogre flunky with only 2 characters dying. One was an NPC and one was a player character. There was a well with potions that happened to be usable to bring them back, and the cave was chock full of treasure. And that reminded me that I needed to tally it up for them before the next game, and these notes are from last week. I didn't get to record last week's session because I got busy. I kind of feel like sometimes I'm too generous with treasure and things, but I think it's fun to have a campaign like that, especially in contrast to the other campaigns my fiance runs. He has a pretty austere campaign in Nordath, and the Wednesday campaign is more by the book. But this was an encounter with above epic difficulty, according to the challenge rating, so I awarded them 2 levels up in addition to the treasure. They're gonna need it. Mwahaha. When I get to Norway, I'm going to deconstruct all my magic decks and have my fiance help me build cool new ones that will better fit my current playing style. I've learned a lot since I first picked Magic the Gathering back up, and he's played against me enough times to know what I like to do. I'm a Rakdos girl, chaotic evil all the way, but it's fun to try some other color combinations and styles too. I'm looking forward to seeing what sort of deviltry we can get up to together. I've saved my current decks in Blackie, so that if I ever want to rebuild what I have, I can just look at the lists. This episode is going to be a lot shorter than the yarn episode, which was 20 minutes. I'm so sorry for that. I had no idea it was taking that long. But, as I said, I do less gaming than I do crocheting. A game that I've been leaving out of my episodes lately is the Sunday game. My daughter and my friend and I played. Uh, I think it's a homebrewed campaign. It might not be. I could be wrong. I have to ask about that. But my daughter's only 15, and teenagers. She decided, oh, I don't want to play anymore. I want my Sundays for me, blah, 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 glee. Anyway, so she decided not to play, to the shock of no one. No one was surprised. So I'm hoping, I think we've asked him. If we haven't asked him, I hope to ask him, but another friend of ours to join us and see if he'll start playing with us on Sundays. It's hard because he's a tutor, and so Mondays he might have to, work. So I don't know how open his Sundays are, but we're gonna ask him. Well, if it's all right with the DM and my other player John. So, but on Sundays, um, well, we got our butts kicked. This past time. Um, we went in to storm the castle to stop the bad guy from summoning a demon, and we found the bad guy, or who we thought was the bad guy, but was actually someone else that might have been trying to stop the bad guy. So we're like, whoops. Oh well, let's go stop the bad guy. And then when we get to him, he's just so powerful. He's like, smite you, smite you. It wasn't actually smiting, but it felt like it. He's knocking us down left and right like pins. And our NPCs had to save us. They had to say, okay, we'll leave, let us go. And they dragged us away, and we healed after didn't heal, but woke up after 3 days. So that's a little embarrassing, having to be rescued by the NPCs. It's hard to say. I think that the Sunday campaign is my least favorite, which is probably why I talk about it the least, because I forget to talk about it, and I run out of room, run out of time, etc. But I'm going to try and, like I said, I'm going to ask my friend to see if he'll join us, and maybe that'll spice things up a little. It was a little, I wouldn't say awkward, but my daughter is not a dyed-in-the-wool D&D player, and she's new to role-playing and gaming in general, so I think the game could use a more seasoned player, and maybe that'll make it pick up. And of course, I'm going to make a concerted effort to report on the Sunday games in addition to the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday games. I play a lot of D&D. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great day.